Long time no see, I guess, or here since it's on the podcast. Welcome back to What the Clams. As always, I am Clams. I know it's been a minute since I've been back on here. Kind of want to do an update. Been kind of just taking things easy, been chilling, with taking the summer quarter off. Had a lot of time around the house, spending time with the kids, taking them fishing, and it's just spending quality time. Been doing a lot of reading and other thing I kind of picked up is there's a lot of blackberries around our property, and I've been out picking them like it's no business, like it's going out of style. And actually just started making some jam. I froze a bunch of berries, made some like syrups and stuff like that. My wife did, and I started making jam yesterday, and I'm making a really big batch today. But I've been kind of thinking about, just things in general. I haven't been doing the podcast nearly as much, and I feel like I've been almost kind of disconnecting from the things I love doing. So I want to get back on here. I want to start doing more content. I need to get another guest up on here. It's something that really does help me for my recovery. Getting out and reaching out and getting a chance to sit down and connect with someone like that, especially doing it on here to share that. There's something special to it something special about it to me. Another thing is too, the little side thing I was doing, the Only CLAMS content. I think I'm gonna nip that one in the butt. I think this is just going to go into What the Clams. And what I'll do is I'll leave those other videos up that are the Only Clams. But what I think I'm going to do is make this one, I'm going to call this one Only Clams, and I'll put an end to that just because I feel trying to keep up with that and doing the normal podcast is just too much. I want to simplify it, keep it down to making it straightforward. Yeah, no, I mean, life honestly isn't that bad. It's been pretty cool. We had a new car. Thing about that though is we get this new car. It's not new. Let me explain this. It's new to us. It's a used car. It's a 2015 Chevy Captiva, which I've never heard of until we got it. And been having issues with the battery and stuff, but life has been really good, man. I mean, I'm broke as shit. Don't get me wrong. I am fucking struggling on bills and stuff like that. But quality of life is just better all the way around. And I'm grateful for the opportunity I have to be able to go back to school, to be able to spend this time right now and kind of reconnect, recenter myself. Spending this time out here, picking the berries, learning how to make the jam. And then the other thing is like the thought behind the jam. It's not just for my family and myself, like obviously there's going to be that, but thinking about who I'm going to gift it to and stuff, thinking about other people, not just about myself. I feel like there's a bit of a healing in that. I read my meditation every day, trying to stay in touch with my sponsors, constantly, and just doing what I feel I need to do for my recovery. I just feel like this is something that I've been lacking on that I need to get back into doing, because this is something that really, it drives me. I really enjoy doing this. It's hard for me to do it without a guest. So that's why I like these Only Clams episodes that I was doing. Like they're just super short because I don't have anybody to talk to about it. I feel like it's a lot easier to let them, let a guest come on and we can bounce back and forth on our ideas. Another thing is too, you might have heard some of the quality of the videos. I was testing around with different equipment. I got some like those clip-on mics, and I am just not impressed with the quality of the ones that I got. It's from the same brand I use for this stuff. It's Movo. I am not sponsored by these guys, so this is just me giving my personal opinion. It's an easy setup to start off. I really enjoy, which I really do. It's really simple, really straightforward. It hooks right up to my phone. Shout out to Riverside too. Again, not sponsored, but that's a site that I create all my content on, do all my editing and stuff like that. They've been improving their site too, adding in new stuff. I don't have to export out and do my MP4s on another site. I can do it all there now. I do all my stuff for free on there. I don't have a pro account or anything. And if you're looking into getting into doing, some video content or whatever, that's the place to go, man. Straight up. It's very streamlined. It's very straightforward. They make it easy. I've been talking with a couple other people that my wife know. Hopefully going to be doing an episode with them here soon. They actually just started their own podcast, kind of talking about trauma, domestic violence to be exact. And it would be really cool to get them on there and kind of just go over, I don't want them to have to share too much because they're going through and telling the story of what's happened on their podcast. So I don't want them to come on here and have to share too much, and give away their content because that's how they're creating theirs. But I definitely would like to have them come on and bounce some opinions and feelings and stuff back and forth. I think that'd be really cool. Been playing softball too. And that, to be honest, has been really, really helpful for me, is getting back out there, being active, the connection with the team. It's just been a lot of fun, to be honest, to get out there. Tonight, actually, we have a game. A lot of times we play double headers, about an hour game time. So we usually play two. But every once in a while, we have just a single game. And it's once a week. We got there. Men's league is on Thursdays, and today's Thursday. So I'm not sure when this video will be up, but I'm recording this on the Thursday. So we'll be playing the game tonight. Really looking forward to that. Like I said, gonna definitely bust out and do a big pot of jam after I record this and try to fill up as many as the mason jars I have left right now. I've finally used all the berries that I had in the fridge. Man, I'm not kidding. I probably have 6 pounds frozen, if not more. I don't know. That's just a rough estimate. And then I've got just pots and pots of it that I had in there that I mashed down to be able to make the jam. So really excited for that. Going to be even more fulfilling to hand it out to friends and family. And another thing too, got an email. I had applied for the honor program at the community college I'm going to, and I got an email pleased to announce that I was accepted. So that's cool. I got a scholarship as well from the foundation. They're going to help me out with like $3,000 for the year. So shout out to the Walla Walla Community College Foundation and all the sponsors and people that donate to that. That's extremely generous of those people. It means a lot to me because, I'm a first generation college student, and I really hope that me taking this leap and going into this will show my kids that they can do it too. For a long time, I definitely did not know what I wanted to do, and finally finding, I want to go into sociology, I want to study this, and I want to learn more about it and be able to help other people with trauma and addiction, and I feel connected to that because this is something that I have had to deal with literally over half my life, and it's hard, man. Like, and when I say that, I mean like the trauma and stuff. When my mom passed away when I was 14, my uncle passing 4 months later, my dad never really being there, being a heavy addict himself. My mom being an addict up until when I was born. Her DOC was alcohol, and it's ultimately what took her from us. Cirrhosis and Hep C, heavy liver damage, and then for me to turn around and still use alcohol and get into drugs and stuff, it's a generational curse. I truly believe that, and I want to break that curse to help my kids and help myself and create a better life. So for any of you that are out there dealing with this, I really hope that you find the resources that you need. Reach out, say something to someone. There is help out there. There are different groups you can get into. There's counseling, there's therapy. There's a lot of resources now. And I want to be a part of the movement, helping bring more of an acceptance to this. I don't want it to be accepted. I don't want addiction to be accepted. I want it to be not so shunned for the people that need the help. We need to accept that this is a disease and people suffer from this. A lot of people suffer from this. Even if you don't have the addiction yourself, your family deals with it. And I've watched family members suffer from addiction for a long time too, even though I was dealing with it in my own ways. It's weird seeing you still feel for them when they're going through it, but I don't know. It clouds the mind. It breaks up families. It destroys relationships, and it's just a hard thing to deal with. So I don't really have a whole lot else to add into this one, guys. Extremely glad to sit down and to do this. I'm extremely grateful for every single one of you that takes the time to listen to these episodes. Going forward, like I said, ending the Only Clams, sticking with only What the Clams, and very soon I will have more episodes popping up. Just gotta stick with it, This isn't something that I'm expecting to take off and be a big thing. I just want to do this for myself and for anybody else that could potentially gain from this, from hearing mine and my guest stories. So cheers to every one of you. I love you, and I hope that you find what you need to find in life and that you're able to live, a happy and healthy life. I will catch you next time on another episode of What the Clams.